Now, if you are new this evening and you are wondering what have we been up to, you can go watch our recordings, all available on our website. We have been busy with statistics. We did mean, median, mode, and range. And then our last lesson, our previous lesson, if I can run through quickly, we actually did the estimated mean for group data, and where we calculated the frequency, the midpoint, etc. And then use that to calculate the estimated mean. So today we are going to go on to the 5-number summary. So the 5-number summary is something that is used to basically tell us, give us some information about data. Okay, so before we go on to the 5-number summary, we just have to discuss this thing called quartiles. Now, quartiles are just basically, I mean, if you hear the word quartile, how does it, what word does it remind you of? Can anyone just put in the chat, what word does quartile remind you of? Pop it in the chat for me if you are thinking of a word that sounds a lot like quartile. Anyone? Quarter. There we go. There we go. Well done. Yeah, it sounds a lot. Yeah, 4 quarter, and that's exactly it. So when we talk about quartiles, it basically just means taking a data set and dividing it into 4 parts. Okay, so we get quarter 1 or quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3, which is the lower quartile. We call that quartile 1, and the upper quartile is Q3, and then the median we know already, that is the middle, but it can also be called the second quarter of the data value of the data. Okay, so let's see. So the lower quartile is the median of the lower half of the values, and then the upper quartile is the median of the upper half of the values, and then the median just divides the data into half. Okay, much easier to understand if we have a look at a quick example. So let's have a look at this data set. So we've got, consider the following set of marks obtained on a class test out of 10 marks. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, and let's number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 data values. Right. So can anyone just pop it in the chat? Can anyone tell me what is the median of this data set? 6. That's right. So the median is going to be the 6th data value, which also happens to be 6. Okay, so let's take a different color. Okay, so now we've divided our data in half. So that is the lower half of the data. And from here onwards, that is the upper half of the data. Now we're going to go again, and we're just going to look at this side of the data. And we're going to divide that into a half. So just pop it in the chat for me again. What is the half of the lower end of the data? That's a 4. Well done. Yes. So this is going to be our lower quartile. Or another word for the lower quartile is Q1. Okay, let's do the same with the upper half of the data. Nice, you guys are quick. Before I even ask Ms. Kaka, hey, look at these great things.
I'm just watching the chat, just like 4, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. These are amazing.
Upper quartile. And this is what we call Q3. And the median, which is the middle, we call Q2. Right. So that is how we divide our data, first in half and then into the quartiles or the quarters. Right. So now there's one more thing one more definition we need to learn, or maybe you know it already, which is the interquartile range. The interquartile range. Does anyone know what the interquartile range is for this data? You can just pop the number into the chat. Lorata, because she got 80% for a statistics test, she already knows. The interquartile range, which we can abbreviate to IQR, is the upper quartile. So I'm going to call it upper quartile UQ minus the lower quartile. And in this case, it's 8 minus 4, and that is 4. Okay, so that is our quartiles. However, that's not our 5-number summary yet. Does anyone know which 5 numbers make up the 5-number summary? Just pop it in the chat if you do know. What 5 numbers make up the 5-number summary? The min and the max. That's right. I'm going to write them down as they come in. The min, the max, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, nice, good. So I think you guys have learned this in school already, so that's great. Okay, so the min, now let's do the 5-number summary for this set of data. So our minimum value, which is our lowest value, is 3. Our maximum value is 10. Our lower quartile was 4. Q2, which is just another word for the median, that is 6. And Q3 is the upper quartile, that's 8. Right, so those 5 numbers make up the not the interquartile range, but the 5-number summary. Okay, so the max is 10. Right, let's practice that a little bit. And here's another set of data for you. Now, what is very important when we work with the data, which I didn't have to do for that first set of data, but what is something that you do have to do before you start working with the data? What does it need to be? In what order? Yes, Ndabenhle, you can tell us.
Ma'am, does it have to be in numerical order?
Not numerical order. I think the word that you might be looking for is ascending order. That's it. Okay, so our data first have to be in ascending order. Okay, so here's an example for you to do. Data sets given, the median, the lower quartile, the upper quartile, and the interquartile range. Find that now. I'm going to give you till 5:20 to finish that question. Don't forget, you must arrange your data in ascending order. Nazarene, you have a question? Go for it.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi there.
I just wanted to know, when you have to find the upper and lower quartile, do you always have to exclude the median?
Yes. Yeah, so you take it from the median and then yeah, to the sides.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. The min and the max just means that the minimum is the lowest value and the max is the highest value. Thanks, Ms. Coco. Hold answers, please, everyone. Don't post your answers yet. You can flood the answers as soon as we've all had time to. Okay, post your answer in the chat. What is the value of the median? If you are saying 79, you forgot to arrange your data from smallest to biggest. Okay, and post your answers for the lower quartile as well. Good stuff, everyone. Oh, I see lots of answers coming in. It's very nice. If you're not getting those answers, just check that you arranged your data correctly from smallest to biggest and that you worked with 11 data values. So the middle data value will be the 6th one. Okay, so our middle data value is this one here. That's the median. So that is 61. Okay, so let's do this so that we know we exclude the median when we do our lower quartile and our upper quartile. So our lower quartile, I totally agree, that is 52. Well done. And pop in your answer for upper quartile. Upper quartile is also, now we check our upper values. There are 5 of them. The middle one is 73, which is the upper quartile. Hi, Mokoko Bale. You can ask your question. Mokoko Bale, you have your hand up. You can unmute and ask. Everyone else, you can pop your answer in for the interquartile range.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi there.
Ma'am, can I ask for the lower quartile? So when you calculate it, weren't you supposed to use the formula that says 1/4 into n plus 1?
Give me that formula again.
It's 1/4 and then in brackets n plus 1.
Yeah, okay, so let's talk about that formula. I personally prefer just doing it using logic instead of a formula, because that just means I've got another thing I need to memorize. So, but if we think about what that formula says, it says I need a quarter of my data values. So a quarter n plus 1 is 11 plus 1. And then that's going to give me a quarter times 12. And then that's 3. But that 3 is not the lower quartile. That means that's the third data value. Third data value is the value of the lower quartile, which is 52.
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
understand? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Lenako, you also have your hand up?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
When we're calculating the median, what if we have two numbers in the middle? How do we then calculate their lower and upper quartile?
Oh, when we have even number of data values.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, the same way. We're just going to average it out and then work. Yeah, it's easier if I have an example, which I don't have right now, but we'll basically just average the two out and then still work from the same way. We will exclude it from doing our lower quartile.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, 21. Well done, everyone. Okay, right. There's one more question. Let's hear Teboheng. Okay, I'm just going to take these two questions and then no more questions, just so that we can get to our next part of the lesson. Yeah.
Ma'am, to answer this question of this girl who asked the question, when we do a median, maybe we say our median, we have two median, it's 45 and 48. I think we take 44 plus 48, therefore we divide by 2.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's if you have an even number of data values. You're very right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now with this thing with the 5-number summary, we can represent these numbers in this thing called a box and whisker plot. So if you've done a box and whisker plot before, please just put a thumbs up in the chat. If you haven't done it before, just put a thumbs down. I just want to see where the class is at. Okay, lots of thumbs up. Box and whisker plot.
It's looking about 50-50, ma'am. There's a lot of thumbs up, but there's thumbs down as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, the box and whisker plot's not a difficult thing. It's actually quite a fun thing. We're just going to basically take the 5-number summary, which we just worked out, and we are going to plot it using this diagram called a box and whisker plot. And what it does, it just gives us a visual idea of how the data is dispersed, okay? In other words, spread out. That's all it really does. Right, so let's look at this question here. Here are shoe sizes for 11 different people. So let's start. So what I would like you to do now is just start by rearranging the data from smallest to biggest. So in ascending order. If you can just do that. So even if you haven't done a box and whisker plot before, don't worry about it. We're going to basically all do it just from scratch now. And then when you get to class, when your teacher's teaching it, you'll be like, yeah, I know, I've done that. I did that at Watobe the other day. No learning is ever wasted.
And now you just look like the smartest in the room. Like, just like, how do you know this? It's just me. I'm great like that. Juliet, I'll go back maybe at the end. I just want everyone to quickly do this. So I don't want to change the screen right now, but just remind me again and I will go back, okay? I feel like we should start like a meme record or something, like no learning is ever wasted is a good one. Maths is not a spectator sport is a good one. We could just start our own range of memes or posters, inspirational posters. Yeah, and we'll put them up on our Instagram page, guys. Don't forget to go follow our Instagram page. And then ma'am's favorite lines will be there.
Yeah. Because my Instagram page is like crickets. Nothing goes on there. Hey. Wow, look at that one, the DNA of the soul. Miss Coco. I tell you, these classes are people because they understand.
Like this feeds our soul, these nerdy maths things, like maths, the DNA of the soul. I need to make a meme. I'm actually gonna get on this meme generator. I'm there, guys. I'm there.
I think you should make it for us and then everyone can screenshot it. Hey, how cool would that be?
Yes, we'll put it like we can put it in the notes for next week class. Yeah, and then we'll have like all the memes up and everybody can screenshot the Watobe grade 10 memes. I like that. I'm gonna get on that, ma'am.
Connor says he's trying to make me feel better by my Instagram page. It's not cricket, it's like crickets, like there's just no activity on my, no likes, no followers. Maybe I should put some cricket stuff on there and then it will improve. I don't know. Okay, but do you guys hear now what we're doing? We are going to start making memes, okay? Like famous quotes. So we already have this one here about okay, so I said no learning is ever wasted. And then who said about the DNA for the soul? That was Emilio. Said DNA for the soul. It's like DNA for the soul. So if you guys have a line about like learning maths and stuff, just drop it. We're gonna make memes.
Also, your favorite one, ma'am, maths is not a spectator sport. That one must go in. And I remember you once saying, ma'am, you said, may the Watobe force be with you. I'm definitely gonna put like a baby Yoda there, and we're gonna use that one as a meme as well. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
We need to get on with the math. Yeah, let's focus.
The Watobians are waiting. So Watobians, now what you do is you find your 5-number summary for these shoe sizes. So you arrange from smallest to biggest, and then you find your 5-number summary. Hello, Bokamoso. Obi-Wan, Watobe. Hi, Bokamoso.
Ma'am, sorry, I got a little distracted. So when you explained about the whole 5-number summary thing, I heard you, I didn't listen. I don't understand. What is it?
Bokamoso, I'll quickly explain again. The 5-number summary consists of the median, the lower quartile, the upper quartile, the min, and the max. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Obi-Wan, Watobe. Okay, so first we put the data in order. So check that your data is in order. And now we are going to find our median, min, max, lower quartile, upper quartile. Okay, so there's no way to remember, well, the only way that you can do the 5-number summary is if you remember which numbers are in the 5-number summary, okay? In the exam, no one's going to wait for you or tell you, or there's not going to be a formula page or anything like that. You have to remember the 5-number summary off by heart, okay? Okay, so where is our median? Our median, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our median is 7. Our min is 3. Our max is 12. Our lower quartile is 4. And our upper quartile is 10. So 3, 4, 7, 10, and 12. Okay, Watobians, let's all have those numbers because we're going to use those numbers now to plot our box and whisker plots. And you can just watch it first. So what you need, and I suggest you take a ruler, and maybe with your ruler, draw a line that is 6 centimeters long, and then every 1 centimeter is 2, if that makes sense. So with your ruler, you have to do this with your ruler. I'm going to do this now freehand, but it's not recommended. You must do it with your ruler. So once you have your line and it looks like this, we're going to start with the 3, which is the min, and you mark it off here. So say 3 is here. That's 3. That's 4, obviously. 7 is over here. 10 and 12. Now above the 3, draw a line, a vertical line, like so. And then you draw another line, vertical line, with the 4, and another one at the 7, and another one with the 10. Median is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it is 7. Hey, Miss Kaka, I'm right. The median is 7. Yeah. Let's check the answer. Yes, it is. Okay, so draw your vertical lines like so. Make sure they are all correct. All even. They must all be the same. Okay, so now with the lower quartile, the median, and the upper quartile. With your ruler, not like me, with my free hand, draw a box like this one. And from the center of your box, you draw a line to the lower value, the lowest value, the min, and then a line to the max. And this is called a box and whisker plot because it's got a box and then two little lines that come out at the side. Box and whisker plot. Yes, Nyasha.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm well, thank you. I just wanted to tell you that I just joined the program today,
Yes.
and I'd like you to please go over what you have started.
Okay, I did that at the start of the lesson, but our... Hey, Miss Coco?
Oh, I think my internet connection is bad. I couldn't hear her. Maybe it's on my side. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. But Miss Coco, could you maybe assist Nyasha because she says she just joined and she wants to know what we've been doing. So I just need to carry on with the lesson. So if you could just assist her. Right, everyone. So that's how we draw a box and whisker plot. Cute. I know, Bokomo, so cute, these box and whisker plots. Right. Okay, we got that one right. Now I'm going to let you try one on your own. Okay, so the next question, 5 minutes. Okay, maybe your 5 minutes should be enough for you. Do your 5-number summary. Let's see. It says Kisha records the time it takes in seconds for her peers to run 100 meters and records the results as shown below. Write the matching 5-number summary for the data set above, then draw a box plot or box and whisker plot to represent it. Okay, off you go, everyone. We're going to check in about 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes to finish this question. Don't start without rearranging your data. Right, Nompumelelo has a question. Hello, Nompumelelo, you can unmute and ask your question.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I'm fine. So, ma'am, at school, we just started the topic, right? So, the whisker is the lines on the sides. As they're long, you've made them long, right? So, my set made them short. So, is it compulsory to make them either short or long?
Oh, do you mean like the actual length of the whiskers?
Yes.
Yeah, they can be short. I know some people draw them short. It's fine if your teacher did it that way. It's fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Wandile is next. They also have a question.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi there.
Hi, everyone. My teacher tells us that on the box and whisker there is an outlier at the beginning of the.
Sorry, Wandile, I can't hear you. Your internet's breaking up a bit. Maybe if you type it for me in the chat, I can't hear you very well.
Okay. My teacher tells us that at the box and whisker there is an outlier, which is that is minimum and maximum.
Okay.
So I didn't see the outlier there on the box and whisker.
Okay, so not all data sets have outliers, okay? It can be that, yeah, not all data sets have outliers. An outlier is compared to the other data values an unusually big or an unusually small data value. So if we, for instance, go back and we check our data here and we suddenly get a shoe size of like 20, that would be an outlier. But there are no outliers in this data, but we do have a min and a max. All data sets have a minimum value and a maximum value, but those values are not necessarily outliers. Okay, it just sometimes happens that there's a value that's unusually big or unusually small.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, we have time for one more question. Oh, where did the question go? Gone. Is in the chat. Okay, so here we have actually an even number of data values. Okay. So Sibyl, we are going to start probability next week, Tuesday. So Thursday is our last lesson on statistics, and then we start probability on Tuesday.
Ma'am, Kokobal is asking if you're still going to do percentiles.
I didn't have anything planned for percentiles, but if you have a question, you can send it. Because percentiles work more or less the same as quartiles.
Mm.
Yeah, guys, so like I explained, we'll be doing probability next week. And then after that, we'll do analytical geometry. We should probably get a little program from Courtney to put up. Yes, we're going to do Venn diagrams. And then we're going to do financial maths as well. So we are doing all the topics that you've raised. We're all doing them. Remember, we are extra lessons. We're not a school, so we give extra maths lessons. So we might be a little bit behind what your school is doing or a little bit ahead of what your school is doing, but we do try and keep to the curriculum. We did group data on Tuesday. Right, can people just let me know in the chat if they are done with this question? Please put a thumbs up and then we can go through our box and whisker plot. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's have a look. Here's our 5-number summary. Our minimum is 15, our max is 30. And then we've got 17.5 for the lower quartile and 23.5. Now remember, you have an even number of data values here, so you need to do it a little bit differently. Yes, okay, Mkokobole took his hands up. Right. Check yours. The median is 20. So the median is 20. We get that because we are taking the two middle data values, 19 and 20, and dividing them and adding them together. I'll quickly explain this. So it's 15, 16. You had to rearrange your data. 17, 18, 19, 19, 21, 22, 22, 25, 26 and 30. Now the middle two values are 19 and 20, so 21. So you add them together and divide them by 2. You basically average it out. So that gives you 20. Now 20 lies here. It's in the middle of 19 and 20. So your lower quartile ends up being these values here. So you have to average 17 and 18 to get 17.5, and then you do the same for the upper quartile. So you're going to average these two, 22 plus 25 over 2, and that gives you 23.5, and then 30 is the max. So those of you who have asked me about what do we do with even number of data values, this is it. Okay, so you average the middle two to get the median, and then you take from the median that average value that you found. So in this case it's 20. So from that point down, that's the lower quartile or the lower half of your data. You find the middle of that, that's 17 and 18. And you do the same with the upper half. Okay, right, Ms. Coco, I think we are out of time. I'm going to hand over to you. Everyone else, well done. Thanks so much for the lesson. It was lovely seeing you all. Those new Watobians, please, let's see you again. We look forward to seeing you again on Thursday, not next week, on Thursday. And don't stress, we're going to do all the topics that you've asked about, guys. We are covering the full curriculum. We are just, the timing might be a little bit different, but we will get there. If you've missed anything, go watch our recordings, okay? And we will see you Tuesday.